the shadows of the rugged, rounded Rocky Mountains, where experience is quickly becoming the prevailing theme of this series between OKC and Denver. Experience, folks, is a hard teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson after that. The experience advantage belonging to Denver in Game 1. They hung with it, down over 20 points before Aaron Gordon came back and delivered the game-winning dagger with just seconds to go. But the resilient and youngest team in the NBA, led by MVP presumptive winner Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, responded with the requisite test and answers in Game 2 to even the series at 1 game apiece. That sets the stage for Game 3 here at Ball Arena as we take a look at the respective starting lineups. Gilgeous-Alexander, Dort in the backcourt with Williams, Holmgren, and Hartenstein on the front line for the Thunder. Murray and Brown in the backcourt for the Nuggets with Porter Jr., Gordon, and the 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic on the front line.
The NBA Conference Semifinals on ESPN are delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle, for real. And in part by Miller Lite, with great taste and only 96 calories. It's Millet.
You're watching the NBA playoffs presented by Google. We're back in Denver for Game 3 of the conference semifinals, delivered by Chipotle here at Ball Arena. And a technical foul called a moment ago on Aaron Gordon. He felt he was fouled on that contest by Hartenstein on his dunk attempt. OKC with an early lead. Mark Jones courtside along with Dish. So Coach Adelman will have a decision to make here with 2:49 to go in the first quarter. An agile and aggressive Chet Holmgren here in the first quarter. To you by PayPal, a historic Game 2 for the Thunder. They had 6 players in double-figure scores in the first half. They're the only team to do it in the last 20 playoffs, folks. And for more on the Thunder, let's go courtside to George Sedano. And that's the end of the first 12 minutes of play. The Thunder with the lead. Chet Holmgren leading the way with 11 points for the Thunder. That's the end of the first quarter here in Denver. We'll be back with more after this. Hey, tomorrow afternoon on ABC, it's Game 3 of the series between the Celtics and the Knicks, with New York up 2-0 in that series. Madison Square Garden, the backdrop. Then in prime time, it's Game 3 between Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves and the Golden State Warriors. That series not. He's off to a great start here with 15 when we come back. Dose of winning brought to you by Dos Equis. Michael Porter Jr. Jay has rediscovered his touch.
Well, he's 5 of 5 from the field, 13 points, 3 of 3 from 3. And knocking down this contested one, got wide open on a fade screen, knocked it down. But here, going over Holmgren, getting his legs taken out, fell on that left shoulder. You could see him holding it afterwards. You got to give him a lot of credit for playing through this injury. His team needs him, and he's really
unique. And I would be shocked if he didn't make his first all-defensive team this year. Hey, Sunday afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. We'll be back right here in Denver with Game 4 of the Thunder and Nuggets. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown at 3 p.m. Then the game is at 3:30 on ABC with the Thunder leading by 5. Well, coming up, stay tuned for the Hyundai halftime with Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, and Bob Myers and Kendrick Perkins. They'll talk about Game 3 between the Cavs and Pacers earlier tonight on ESPN, and look ahead to the games tomorrow on ABC. Rocky was rocking the building early before tip-off, and Jamal Murray got out of the gate quickly. He has 11 in the first half for the Nuggets.
The NBA Conference Semifinals delivered by Chipotle and ESPN are brought to you by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA, and Burger King. At BK, have it your way. You rule.
To Jamal Murray, you're watching the NBA playoffs presented by Google. Back here in Denver for Game 3 of the conference semifinals. delivered by Chipotle. Getting ahead of myself a little bit. Let's take a look at our first half stats brought to you by Ford. Holmgren leading the way for the Thunder, having arguably his best game of the playoffs. Porter Jr. with his best game so far. The MVP candidate struggling so far.
Denver did a very good job of making it difficult for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to score. He was a very good passer in the first half. 15 assists for this Oklahoma City team on their 23 field goals. But Gilgeous-Alexander's willing to give the ball up. If something's taken away from him, he finds something else for a teammate. They move the ball very effectively. But really,
Porter Jr. successfully lobbying the coaching staff of the Nuggets. This was ruled a foul. We'll get the adjudication of the call on the other side of this break.
The NBA Conference semifinals on ESPN are delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle, for real.
It's time to check out the playoff tracker brought to you by Progressive. Look at that, 2-7 home teams in the conference semifinals, including Cleveland winning on the road in Indianapolis in a game you saw before this one right here on ESPN. And 2 more games tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon on ABC, Game 3 between Boston and New York. New York leading that series 2-0 with 2 wins in Boston. And in prime time, Game 3 between Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves and the Golden State Warriors. That series tied at 1 game apiece. I don't even have any fear game. Just like Game 1. The playoffs can be about shot makers. And Jamal Murray, very enterprising and inventive on that one. And this guy does it too. That's the end of the third quarter here in Denver. Back with more after these messages. OKC basketball. We got a timeout on the floor with 6:25 to go. Catch your breath.
The NBA Conference semifinals on ESPN are delivered by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle, for real.
Miserable 6 of 21 with 3:18 to go. Still time. One more look at the final jumper of regulation. Jokic had a decent look, and that's the end of the regulation here in Denver. We'll be back after these messages. Replenish, hydrate, rinse, and repeat. Yeah, Sunday, 3:30 Eastern time right here on ABC, actually, as OKC will try to even the series at 2 games apiece. They came tantalizingly close, but couldn't sprint through the tape. Denver wins at 113-104. For Jay Billis, George Sedano, I'm Mark Jones saying goodbye from Denver. Time now for SportsCenter. Let's go to Scott Van Pelt.